Panther Nation, what's good? Wow. I mean, dumpster fire is not even. Wow, that was a complete and total debacle. Jesus Christ. Well, why even show up if that's how you're going to play? Why even show up if that's how you're going to play? That was. Wow. That was horrible. That was horrible, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Wow. That is just terrible. Who the did we, why even show up? I mean, if you're gonna play this poorly, why even suit up? I mean, at home of all things. And once again, DJ and Kurt got over 100 yards receiving apiece. Jesus Christ. Horrendous. Horrendous. Wow. The Carolina Panthers are officially on the clock. Looks like it's going to be whoever the best player is at that pick. We're taking it. Quarterback, receiver, tight end. It doesn't matter. We're picking up somebody. Cause man, that's just wow. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Kevin and some of the fellows will be on here in just a second. We started a little bit late this evening due to some things I had to wrap up. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna have any football for a couple of months. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck, man. God Almighty. Yeah. What's up, Derek? Yeah. A bookend left tackle would be nice. A tight end would be splendid. Ian is not going to cut it. Manhurst is serviceable, but we might as well keep Arma. At least he's a little more athletic with the football in his hands. But man, yeah, left tackle that'd be awesome. Please. And a healthy CMC. But well, this was. I hate that the guys went out like that, man. Real talk. I like Justin Fields. I don't think he's gonna be. I really don't think he's gonna be down there. Zach, I mean, I guess so. I guess so, but we all saw what was going on, with the offensive line and things of that nature, man. I don't know. I really don't think drafting a quarterback. I really don't think drafting a quarterback is going to help things at the moment. I would like to get our defense a little bit more solid and a little better protection in terms of the passing game. But man, yeah. I would like to see Justin Fields, man. I would like to draft a kid. I mean, if he falls to us, that'd be great. But I don't. After that showing he had in that bowl game, and they still have another game to play. Man, God Almighty, dude, he's something. He's something. Yeah. So, Jay Dizzle, JD, ladies and gentlemen. Peace,
Hello.
bro. What's good? How you doing, man?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Doing
man.
good.
Yeah, man. Well, considering. Man. Um, yeah, it's in here chatting with the fans, bro. Wow. They picked a good time to really just shit the bed, I have to say. So, we lost Jadarius' connection. Yeah, I mean, not. Don't get me wrong, bro. We do need a quarterback. I mean, there is no doubt we need a quarterback. We need consistency. And Teddy has a good arm, but he's inconsistent, man. And I really don't think he's quite as daring as he should be because of that leg injury, man. I think it shook him up when he got hit low in that game, Atlanta, whatever that game was. I think it's Atlanta. He got hit low. I think it jacked him up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, O line and defense, man. That's where we're going to win games. You know, we gotta build around Christian McCaffrey. Getting a quarterback is nice, man, but let's not kid ourselves. Christian McCaffrey's the center of that offense, and it shows. It shows we missed him this year. He played 3 games, and we had a what? What was our record? So yeah, it's something. Oh, we get JD back on here. Hey man, you gonna stick around, man?
Yeah. This time I switched my handy dandy tablet real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get on the right device, you know. Yeah.
That's right.
Dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, tell man. I hate to ask you how you feel about this game, man, but please, your insight, if you don't mind.
Uh, to be real with you, I was amused. I was amused.
It's a good way to put
Um,
it.
I had a feeling we weren't gonna win off
Mm-hmm.
top
Mm-hmm.
because it's the Saints. They got I believe a bye at stake
Yeah.
for the playoffs if they win. Well,
Yeah.
they had to win. Green Bay looks like they beat the Bears, so that doesn't matter much, and they'll be playing probably on Saturday. But
Mm-hmm.
I had a feeling we weren't gonna win, so I kind of wanted to just see something I haven't seen before, and I guess two things that I haven't seen before is we got Taysom Stevens out there at quarterback,
Yeah.
which was good to see.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, the only other thing we haven't really been able to see is how both quarterbacks do in the same game versus the same defense, and the answer is not much better from one to the other. So I think that was good to see,
True.
so our fans can shut up about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I imagine if I look at the stats and stuff, it's gonna look like uh, up till the second half, it'll look like a regular Panthers game, and then the second half just kind of got away from us.
Yeah. That second half was horrendous.
Trash.
God Almighty, and the turnovers, man. And you know
Yeah.
what, man? I've been harping on this, man. And I really think that Teddy has some blame,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really questioning Joe Brady, bro. I'm not quite sure he knows how to adjust during the game, man.
It's something that I've been seeing a lot of this whole season, and that's like in short yardage situations, we have some of the best guys in space
Mm.
in the whole NFL. We probably lead the NFL in yards after catch. So why is it that we still? It's three things actually that gets on my nerves with Joe Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're supposed to be this guru of a passing game. You were the passing game offensive coordinator for the LSU Tigers, and they blew everyone away in college football. That's your
Mm-hmm.
selling point. So tell me why we are lining up Ian Thomas out wide
Well,
in any situation.
in any
Tell
situation.
tell me, bruh, you should see the cornerbacks, bruh, on this side of the field. They stand straight up with hands on their hips, feet flat, not even set pre-snap because they know if it's coming towards Ian Thomas, they're gonna have plenty enough time to read the route and react. So tell me why you feel the need to put that man out wide when he's not even doing his job in the slot or in line. That's
Mm-hmm.
number one. Number two, short yardage situations. We're still running 13 and 22 personnel, bro, to this day. And I love,
Blows my mind.
I love Alex Armour, and I love Chris Manhurst. He can block his butt off.
Mm-hmm.
But bruh, you got DJ Moore, you got Curtis Samuel, you got Robbie Anderson. Even Pharaoh Cooper is not bad in space, even though he's slow.
It's true. That's true.
So tell me why we're not spreading these guys out. That's my main two gripes right there. I just don't. I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like he's so intertwined in his scheme and not the pieces that he has on the team
Right, right, right.
and build around that. I mean that's what bothers me. I mean I know OCs have their scheme that they have a thing in mind that they're really
Mm,
comfortable with and how they call the game and all other stuff, man. But bro, we don't have the pieces for what he did at LSU.
right.
We just don't have that. So why not be more creative with the pieces that you have? I mean, I totally agree with you, man. I don't. I mean, he earlier in the year before defensive coordinators got a sense of what he was doing and what he was drawing up, bro. We was just
He's
putting up
killing.
numbers, but
Driving down the
now,
field easy. Yeah,
yeah, blows my
man,
mind.
man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what
Yeah,
to tell you.
man. Yeah, I mean, guys, don't get us wrong, man. Teddy has had his moments this year. Do not get us twisted on
Right.
that. It's amazing. People think either you have to speak bad about Teddy or you have to speak good about Teddy. We're just gonna be honest. Teddy
Mm-hmm.
has had some throws this year that we haven't seen from a Panther quarterback in
In a long
years.
time. Yeah.
Stop playing games, but at the same time, he doesn't have that it factor.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have it, and quite frankly, I hope we're smart about what we do going forward as a franchise and bringing in talent and build around Christian and not build around Teddy.
Yeah.
I think that'll do us some good, man. So Jadair, so what did you see any good out of this game at all?
um,
Had to ask.
I'll say this much. One of the first good things I saw all day was Jermaine Carter in pass coverage. That was perfect. He
Yeah,
ran it perfect. I was like, yo, the only thing I would want him to do is not hit the ball with his face mask. That's the only thing.
he tried to eat the ball, bro. Ah.
Yeah. Other than that, if he can get some hands up, bro, I probably would have bought a Jermaine Carter jersey today if he would have
Yeah,
picked
bro.
that off. No cap.
Real talk, real talk. I mean, we already seen he could thump people, man. If he can cover
Hmm.
too,
Yeah. Look, get that man the starting role next year.
why not? Save us some money.
Might as well. Yeah.
Lord knows we're not getting anything prime time in free agency. So,
Right. I guess the other thing I'll say that I was kind of pleased with was Teddy not wait till the second half pushing a rock, even though he turned it over twice. But he had a lot of chunk plays there, and he would at least he was taking shots and letting his guys get out there and make a play. So I'll kudos to him for that.
what up? Yeah, yeah. Likewise, man. Um, yeah, I saw good things out of Carter, and of course, Chin was still doing his thing
Hmm.
for the most part. But man, we gave up a lot of touchdowns today.
Yeah, yeah.
Drew Brees is still Drew Brees, folks.
Mm.
He puts that thing on this. He loves those seam routes, man. God Almighty.
Eat him up every time. Ain't it wild?
God, we know what's coming.
Ain't that wild?
Sean Payton's been dialing up the same seam routes since he's been in New Orleans, and we still get caught with that shit.
Since Jimmy Graham was out there catching him.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But yeah, it is what it
Hmm.
is. Now I can think back a couple of times. I think it might have been that first touchdown. To be specific, I think Shaq got those dirty eyes, and he didn't get back on that route like Carter did.
Yeah.
And that was that first touchdown. I'm a little fuzzy on the other ones, but yeah.
Yeah. I think he was anticipating a crosser or something to come in front of him or behind him.
Yeah,
So he kind of just, instead of falling to erring on the side and making a play, he just kind of went back to his assignment, which I can understand why he didn't necessarily
Yeah.
attack it, but
Yeah.
you would still want to see at least some reaction time there.
True. Yeah. What's the young man, the running back, 35?
Rodney Smith.
He had
Yeah.
some good showing today, man. I wish he
Uh-huh.
stopped slipping though.
Yeah, look, he almost ripped one on him.
Whew. That kid's man, bro. He's too fast for his own feet.
Mm-hmm.
That kid got some burn.
Yeah, I want to see him next year. Might as
Please
well bring him back. Time to run it back.
come on now. mm-hmm. Tell him to run it back. Oh man. Whew. Folks, this sucks. I hate going out like this, man. I hate going out like this. Even when I was playing, man, you got to win the last game of the season, bro. You got to, bro. You got to win it. You going out like no fucking loser. Even if we're going to the playoffs, I ain't no.
You got to. I'll say this much though: it's wild how our fans can watch Rivera turn around a losing season at the end of the year, and then the very next year they have a winning season.
You're talking too loud. You're talking too loud.
It's wild to me. Beyond me, I don't get it. Our fans got amnesia.
What's up, Cam? Oh man.
What's up, fellas?
What up,
man?
Man.
Yeah,
sorry for the late. Somebody wanted to try to bypass the 18-wheeler and lost control and just cause all kind of shit on the way home. I'm like, really? That's what we do?
Damn,
I just sat here and watched this 33-7 ass whipping, and you just driving like you ain't got no damn sense.
Come on, man.
Like, bro, I just want to go home, eat a sandwich, wash my ass, and talk with my boys. That's all I'm trying to do.
Must have been a Cowboys fan,
man.
But yo, Jadarius brought up a very good point, man. Could you repeat what you just said, bro?
I say it's astounding to me how our fans can watch Rivera turn around a losing season at the end of the year in December and January, and then the very next season we have a winning year, but nobody thinks that winning the last couple of games in December mean anything.
Oh, the irony. Ain't that something?
Yeah, it's always something, but you know, fans choose to use select the memory on who they like and who they dislike. That's one thing I've found out. The rules are not even across the board, you know. So if it's like, I like this coach, I like this player, then I'm agree with points A, B, and C. But them same principles on someone that they not fond of or didn't want us to have, then they don't get that same energy. So
yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
That's what you call in your feels. I tell you what, this game put me in my feels, man. I was about to smack a TV. It didn't make no sense. I mean, bro, you just keep looking like this. Man, it's the last game of the season. You're supposed to be a lot sharper than what you are right now.
Stephen A. said it best. How come you're not better?
I mean, it's the most simple question, but yet it needs a profound answer. Why? Why? You hurt my feelings, folks. You hurt my feels. It's all good though, man. It is what it is.
One thing this season taught me is that a majority of our fans either didn't understand the concept of what a rebuild looks like, or they just refused to accept that it was a rebuild. Because don't get me wrong, I understand, and we've said this several times on Foreman Rush. We understand that as a fan, it's in our nature to want to see our team win every single game. That's in our common nature. Like anybody that's competitive, that's not something that you're unaccustomed to. But to understand that a lot of the franchises that are winning consistently now, they had to go through this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look at New England before Belichick got there. You know,
they were boo-boo, bro.
Yeah, because after they had lost that Super Bowl to Green Bay the first time, In '96, they had a down period. You know what I'm saying? And it took about 3 or 4 years once Belichick got there and started getting some of his players in before they got on the right track. The Pittsburgh Steelers, who I think is the model of consistency. Mike Tomlin, 14 seasons, never had a losing season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they've only had 3 head coaches their whole franchise history. Like, there's some periods that even pre-Tomlin that was rough, that they had to regather and they had to regroup before they got into that consistency.
That's true.
Because their front office knows that we're not going to be able to keep every player, but we know what type of scheme we want to run. So we're going to make sure that we're consistently drafting players that can step right in. Like, before the draft, Jadaris, was anybody mentioning Claypool at all?
They were kind of. It wasn't like he wasn't a top guy at all. It was like more of a mid tier. We don't know what he's going to be yet kind of guy.
Right, and what isn't he like top 3 in touchdowns this season overall across the league?
Yep, yes, sir. I think he might lead the league in plays over 20 yards or receptions over 20 yards or something.
Amazing.
Like
Yeah, man, it's just consistently just using him as an example of year in and year out. When the last time the Steelers had a bad receiving core?
It's been ages.
Real talk,
and
like for real.
Born.
And they would lose their number one, every few years, their top guy, and then it's like next man up. It's like a domino effect, like So it's all about your franchise, putting themselves in position to where they can build it the right way. And fans got to understand is the right way is not going to be a microwave, not going to be a microwave results that we want. It's not going to be something we throw in the mix, press a few buttons, and boom, presto, you got it. This is one of them cast iron skillet crock pot type deals.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to taste good when it's done, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be all that.
Tell it.
But some of y'all want some Lunchables, results, and just grab it, open up, and just start munching. And then you hungry like 2 hours later. But just in general, though, I mean, the history of Matt Rule, year 3 is his year. Faithfully, we want to talk about consistency. Consistently, as a coach, year 3 has always been his year where he's putting out a contending, winning team. This was the ugliest of the ugly. Might be a few more ugly moments next year. But by year 3, by 2022, when not only, our young core is hitting their prime, the salary cap, oh my God, the 2022 salary cap for us is going to be tremendously in our favor. We're going to be in a position where we can really, really just build this thing up the right way. So I get it, the impatience, but if you want to see it done right, you got to ride this thing through.
Kevin, you want to address that?
Come on, Kev. We can't cook. We're trying to DoorDash. How many of y'all got a dash pass?
Man.
Wow.
Good one. But yeah, I agree with you, Kev, man. It's going to work out. I mean, the numbers don't lie in that regard. Everywhere Rule has went that third year, you've seen a jump. And, that'll be, his third year would be, 2 years into drafting his people and getting his system in place and all the other shit. So, to be honest with you, what he's done in other locations, year 3, is going to fail in comparison to what he does here because he's going to have tremendous talent by his third year here. So,
I'll say this much too. I think the biggest win of the season was firing Hurney and letting him bring in his own guy.
Preach.
Before this cap get bigger than I've ever seen it be in Carolina before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then another thing is, just looking at how the team is just, set up, with the, when you think about, coming into a pandemic, look at all the other first year head coaches this year and what was their results without the OTAs, without the training camp, without there already being an established philosophy in place that the players can latch on to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, let's look at some rookie head coach with what's the Giants record with what's his name? Their coach Joe what's his name?
Joe Judge.
Joe Judge. Yeah, what they won 6 games? What they went 6. I mean, I know because of that division, they're was in position to contend, but just overall from a winning structure, they ain't win no more than 6 games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just trying to think of who else was a new head coach this year. Trying to think.
That's a good question.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make it. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Joe Judge finished with the same record as us, 5-11. I think he lost today.
I thought they beat Dallas.
Oh yeah, they did beat Dallas. Never mind, he's 6-10.
Yeah, so that's 6.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I said 6 wins, 6-10.
The Giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, just overall though, I mean, just if you don't have patience, this football will go by a lot easier for if you learn to just grab a little bit of it.
We need a little patience. Man, I'm looking at these stats. I'm like, God almighty.
Man.
Looks like the damn Clemson game. So I had to throw a little shade in there.
Yeah, see how that quarterback looked when the offensive line can't block for him.
Now you remember our offensive line is above average though. Y'all ain't hear that? Y'all ain't see that tweet?
What?
Well, they said well, our offensive line is like 7th in pass blocking efficiency.
That's because Teddy checks down all the time.
Thank you. The ball is out in 2.5 seconds, bro.
So you want to point to the statistics when it's trying to support your argument, but you don't want to do the correlation of the statistic when it comes to the quarterback.
And see, here's what gets on my nerve about people cherry picking certain stats like that. Because if you break down pass rush efficiency, what is it, pass rush efficiency or whatever, or pass
block efficiency.
Pass block efficiency versus pass block win rate is 2 totally different stats. 2 totally different stats with 2 totally different meanings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because with the definition of pass block win rate is your offensive lineman being able to block their individual defender for at least 2.5 seconds.
Say a word.
Because that's the key for right there. Well, when you get on the field and the quarterback can't get the ball out in time, you got defenders coming everywhere. Brothers and sisters of Panther Nation, let me tell you something right here. When you get an offensive line, Lord have mercy, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Can I get an amen? Amen. So when you get that offensive line right, everything will be tight. When you can block for longer than 2 seconds, nothing gonna come down but those blessings. All you gotta do is just build that line. Just build that line. The doors of the Panther Nation Church are now open. Please.
Hey, y'all go ahead and pass that plate around there. Go ahead and pass that plate. All right.
Right. Hey, look, don't.
Hey, that boy good.
Hello, no.
Oh, boy.
Miss Parker.
Man.
Woo. Yeah, we acted a fool today, but
man,
last game of the season, y'all.
Look. That's how it's gonna be in 2021. We're gonna learn to have some fun around here.
Oh, for sure.
Babe. Facts.
They ain't look, you ain't about to stress me doing no damn rebuild. The hell?
Yeah, Rev.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so that's a perfect example, like cherry picking stats. Because for me, I need to know how long these guys can hold their blocks. everybody hollering with Teddy didn't throw the ball deep. We seen that when we try to do deep passes, what happens?
Man, did you see where he put that ball on DJ today?
Mhm.
Nobody else could have caught that ball but DJ.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. It's just the inconsistency that just bothers me, man.
Yeah.
God, it tears me
That's true.
apart. Tears
That's
me
true.
apart. He lays it on a dime one time, and then he's throwing a pick in the end zone the next. Man, it's just. But he does not trust his old line, y'all. You can tell he doesn't, man. He doesn't even step up in the pocket. He drops back, but he doesn't step up. He drops back and he stands back there and he just. I don't know, man. It's sad.
Yeah, man, it really is. But I mean, let it be told, when these franchise quarterbacks is coming out, can make it all better.
Yeah.
I heard Justin Fields is a DB coach too, so might as well.
Word. Sure.
Bring him on.
That's that versatility we were talking about.
True
And
that.
he gonna go get some coffee.
Oh, question, man. So I'm sure a lot of you guys saw that Ohio State Clemson game. The tight end for Ohio State.
He tough.
Is he coming out?
I think one of them is.
How about number 88?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think his name is Stevens, if I'm not mistaken, and he's actually the quote number 2 tight end on the team.
Yep.
Is it 88 or the other kid?
Oh, I could pull it up for you because I was actually.
Because I mean, he's.
I was actually looking him up.
He is great hands.
And definitely good route running.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Rucker is 88.
Rucker, that's his name.
Yep.
That's
and Luke Farrell is the one in front of him, number 89.
Yep.
Wow.
He's a senior that's coming out.
Yeah, Farrell's definitely in the pool, the draft pool.
I like that kid.
So for all of y'all that can't name tight ends after Kyle Pitts, we stick around with it. We're going to put you on the game.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
We're going crazy with draft content.
I was gonna say, folks, if y'all ain't checking out the website, if you're not checking out Twitter, if you're not checking out, well, be sure you subscribe to it so you get the notifications when we drop videos, man. Our scout breakdowns are gonna be legit. They gonna be biting our shit, man. Real talk.
Yep. So we definitely got to make sure we watermark all of this.
Facts.
Preach.
Because we got some thieves up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna subtweet me when I do watermark something because they can't steal it. But we ain't gonna call no that.
Don't cry, dry your eyes.
You can still retweet. I mean, you can still get traffic that way.
Yeah. It ain't all be about y'all.
And we're going to put it dead in the center of the picture so you can't crop it out either.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like 4.
I ain't gonna be able
Put
to
a
get us.
Foreman Rush tattoo on every player.
We ain't going for no okie doke.
No, sir. No, sir.
All these hours we're going to spend doing write-ups and watching film. Think one of you bum asses is going to just grab the fame off our name? Nah, hell no.
That's a great point, Derek. Yeah, Teddy was known to be a pocket passing machine, man, but he hasn't had a pocket.
Look.
And have y'all discussed, I know I'm coming in late, but have y'all discussed like Teddy before and after the injury this year?
No, not really. I mean, I touched on him getting hit low before Jadarius got on, but no.
Yeah, because I mean, if you notice, like he really ain't been the same because even though it wasn't the knee that he had injured and just lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tim, you my health guy. I mean, you tell me. I think we mentioned up in the podcast when he got hurt. MCL sprain. That's typically what 2 to 4 weeks, and he only missed like a week.
Yeah, it depends on the grade of the sprain, but yeah.
Great. Yeah. So I mean, I just noticed a difference now. It's still that doesn't pacify, that badass decision making because when I watched all 5 interceptions today, none of the balls were even remotely close to the intended target.
No.
So,
yeah, underthrows and all.
Man, bro,
ugly day.
I don't know if he's just. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Doesn't make any sense to me. I would I would like for Teddy to be able to get back to where he was, man. It's funny you mentioned that too. I was looking at his numbers from his first 2 years in Minnesota. From a statistical standpoint, he's right on pace to what he was those first 2 years this year.
Yeah.
His QBR, his accuracy, his yards. Actually, he has more yards this year than he had either year in Minnesota. So I mean, you give this guy a decent offensive line, folks, and Christian McCaffrey behind him. We're not even talking about this shit.
Nope.
And a tight end that can threaten the seams.
Oh God.
Yeah, Ian got to go, bro. I mean, you got to go. You don't play behind Olsen like this, man, and just be.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Why pay a guy? Well, you could just draft a kid and get the same results, basically.
Look, I just went on my little Ian tangent, so I ain't gonna do it again.
Rewind.
He gonna stick his man out while
Lord bless it.
Bless.
He said, "I ain't about to bless this mess." Man, they really stuck him out wide like he a weapon or something, bro.
Yeah, like a slot
Every
receiver,
game.
like.
Bro,
Man.
we know you not targeting this, and when you do, we gonna jump the route.
Yeah, I mean, really? You gonna outrun a corner? No.
No, he ain't gonna outrun most linebackers. We gonna be honest. We gonna be completely honest. If you line Ian Thomas up and to hear, well, let me not go there. I don't know about that one. That one might be a close race. I don't know. Let me shut up.
Boy, playing with fire now.
Oh man,
You about to have my inbox lit the fuck up.
I never really seen Ian in a jump ball situation either.
He can't jump.
Bingo.
Straight up.
I mean, think about it, folks. We never use Ian in the end zone on a one-on-one situation. Ever. It has to be like a play action, hit him in the flat, or some type of slant route or something like that. Texas route maybe even, but
for what I seen on his film in college, he was more of an inline tight end, not necessarily like he can block. He was supposed to have the upside to be able to block and then also attack from that inline spot. But now that they're moving him out wide and stuff, he has some good routes out wide. I'm not gonna cap to you, but I don't see him as a weapon on the outside at all. Yeah. So I think it's kind of a waste of a time or a waste of a snap.
To flex him out, huh?
Yeah. That's just my opinion, though, because he does win sometimes out there, but it's rare.
I would have liked to seen us use him more on them short yardage where we go on those heavy-looking formations, those jumbo sets.
Right.
And run play action.
Yeah. Yeah.
If our teams were selling out on us on the run, they were.
Yeah.
Hard.
Absolutely. And if he's an inline type of guy, you need to send him on a 9, bro. Just go.
What happened to them PA boots we was running?
What did happen to those?
In them heavy sets.
Scott Turner took them with him to Washington.
Damn.
Because those was low key working when we was going heavy run in those situations.
Yep. Because with him in the play action, hit Mike Davis in the flat. Get him on a 1-on-1, and he was shaking people.
And what's crazy wasn't at LSU, didn't they use the tight end? I mean,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, they had Randy Moss son out there.
Yeah.
Had people thinking Thad Moss was a day one pick.
Yeah. Speak on it. Speak on it. Man, that boy looked so good.
Look, I won't say if that was actually true or not, but
I want my daddy raggeds. No, it was.
Oh well, Jeremy. Interesting. Wasted money.
Camper alert.
Oh my god. Oh my
Camper
god.
alert.
I mean, you guys talking about wasting money. First and foremost, who else was available? First and foremost. Second of all, keeping Cam would have done what exactly? I'm just saying, you saw the man in New England. He would have had a new OC here. Same scenario. New coach here. Same scenario. I'm just saying.
Check it out, right?
Drop it, because I already know where you're going with it. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna go two ways with this. So first of all, you got Cam Newton, right? And I love the dude, best quarterback in franchise history.
Absolutely.
But when you look at what he's done in New England, as far as turnover ratio, well, I'll do three things. Turnover ratio, absolutely putrid. Like if you factor in fumbles and interceptions, I understand that this man has nothing in New England. I get it. Trust me, I understand. We had Burson Clay and some other random dude, Shepard. But
The firm would have been an upgrade for what he had in New England. Real talk.
Right. That's real talk. That's real talk. Because N'Keal Harry and them, they some trash. But this is the same guy that took Ted Ginn, Philly Brown, Devin Funchess, Jericho Cottrell, took them, Jason Avant, took them to a deep playoff run and made the Super Bowl. So the fact that this man is like has nothing, he has had nothing at wide receiver for a vast majority of his career. Granted, they don't have Olsen.
True that.
But still, you had Sony Michel, you had Rex Burkhead. Those guys are no slouches. So the fact that he had nothing in his wide receiver core means nothing to me. Come on, be real. Like we saw this man make nothing out of something, something out of nothing for eons here in Carolina. But the fact that people are saying that we overpaid Teddy, we got exactly what we paid for with Teddy Bridgewater.
Exactly.
You paid this man the 20th highest quarterback salary in the league. That's below average. The average is 16th. So the fact that we're getting average to below average production should be no surprise.
Real talk. Yeah, I'm going to show you. I want to show you Cam's stats for this year.
You beat me to it. I was doing that as well, but go ahead, Tim.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show y'all Cam's stats this year and tell me from a quarterback standpoint whether or not we wasted money. I mean,
there's a record that he did this year, not in a good way,
right?
That
you guys can see right there. You see the New England sign right here. You know the insignia. Excuse me. 221 attempts, 338. No, hold on. 221 completions, 338 attempts. So 65% completion rate for the season. Barely over 2,000 yards total for the season. Average 7.1 yards per attempt. 10 picks, only 5 touchdowns. He has a 78.9 quarterback rating. And you want to talk about we wasted money? Come on, folks.
Tim, focus right there on that touchdown interception ratio. That is the first time.
Touchdown pick ratio 5 to 10, right there. Yeah.
That an NFL quarterback has started 12 games or more and had a touchdown to interception ratio of that magnitude. First time, I think, since it was somebody back in the 80s, and he also played for New England. This was like in the, I forgot, I can't think of his name, but some player back in the 80s. So you mean to tell me we couldn't get one touchdown a game?
Not to mention he got benched a couple times during the game this year, if I'm not mistaken. Now, three times actually. Now, I know y'all can come in and say you're not including the rushing stats. Stop. Stop.
I get that.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, but
And I'm sure you guys see that stat up here in the upper right-hand corner. He's 30th in QBR, folks.
can you blow that up, Tim?
30th.
I need to see what them tied twos go to. Yes. Oh,
30th. He's 30th in QBR in the entire NFL, and this man's been in the league how long? Come on, man. Wasting money?
it's 32 teams. He's tied for 34th.
God almighty.
Mm.
Lord have mercy. So y'all, I mean, just come on, folks. I mean, I'm a Cam fan too. No doubt about it. I'm a Cam fan. But come on.
And we're going to go back to fellowship.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. Shoot. Y'all tripping. I'm not even gonna bring up Teddy's number because I don't want to embarrass nobody.
Hey, you understand, right? That the average Cam got paid is not that much more than the average Teddy's getting paid, right? So Teddy's getting what, 3 years for $63 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's about $20 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, they front load and back load contracts all the time, but Cam's average salary is $20,760,000.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
the difference there is not even enough to sign a guy like Tommy Stevens to the squad. So please shut up. please. It
Please
doesn't
shut
make
up.
any sense. Like, come on now.
Put the shot
Let's
to
think
the
about
up.
it. And that's not directed to you, Jeremy. That's just like a blanket statement. Let's
that's not directed.
Let's not go there. Like if we're not able to take that and put it into frame per se.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna bring up Teddy stats anyway. Forget it.
Do it.
F y'all.
Do it.
Teddy,
I just made a tweet
What to
that
show
Teddy
y'all.
Bridgewater's passer rating would be the fourth highest in Panthers franchise history.
Franchise history, folks.
You got
For the
receipts.
season.
Stop
For the
playing
season.
games.
He's behind 2015 Cam, 1999 Steve Berline, and 2018 Cam.
Wow. And then
So-
you could, I mean, yeah. You'll notice Teddy's numbers from when he was in Minnesota on this statistical spreadsheet here. Hold on, boom. Show you guys there. And 2020. Let's see if I can highlight that for you folks. Will I highlight? Might not. But anyway, see, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
You know, it's the 2020 right here. Yeah, he's only 28 years old. He's what, 4 years younger than Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in mind too. So, 327 completions. Yeah, he's sitting right at the 70 percentile. 3,557 yards passing, 15 touchdowns. Well, now he has 11 picks.
Yeah.
Jesus, what, 169? Was that first downs?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 169 first downs.
Longest pass of the year was 75 yards. Not bad.
Week 1 against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. Look, quarterback rate, 94.5, folks. QBR, I mean, it's not the best in the world, but he's a damn near a good 20 plus points better than Cam.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we didn't waste any money, guys. And look at his quarterback rating. It's better than either year he was in Minnesota with a full season. Off season, all that good stuff. Sorry, go ahead, go.
I was just wondering if y'all seeing some of these comments on the side here. I'm seeing Matt Stafford question marks.
No.
Hold on, that was from Punch. JDO54 says it would made more sense to keep Cam and pay Bradbury.
I would like to keep Bradbury, but not Cam.
Miss Sandy, we agree. Teddy stunk it up today. I'm still a fan regardless. Thank you, Miss Sandy. We could talk about Teddy's completion all day. When the game was on the line, he had the ball. What did he do?
I mean,
Yeah.
I
It's feel
mean,
like Groundhog Day.
w-
I mean, I mean, what
okay.
did he do?
Let since we debunking stuff, let's go ahead and deal with it. Um, game on the line. I think like down one score. Teddy is like 0-8 now on the
I believe
season.
so.
Yep,
Yeah.
0-8.
Okay, so tell me exactly what you're anticipating us to do. We have to drive down the field, at least 80 yards on most of them, assuming that there's a touchback or we get a punt or the team punts to us. We have to drive better than 80 yards sometimes. Okay, but you do that with only 2.5 seconds of pocket time. Your line hadn't blocked the stunt all year.
Mm. And
What
prove that today,
what
mind you.
what do you? We're dead. We're like bottom half of the league for play action pass attempts, and that's
Mm.
where a large amount of your chunk plays in the passing game come from. We're faking the run. We're bringing up linebackers, and we're forcing your defensive backs to cover more ground on deeper routes. We're
Mm-hmm.
bottom half in the league in that. So you expect this man Teddy to throw the ball down the field and drive the offense down the field in a 2-minute situation where he doesn't have a pocket to step up into, where he doesn't have deep developing routes, and he throwing the slants and check downs all game, and he don't even have a safety valve. He don't even have his main safety valve.
Nah.
So you're expecting this man to take an offensive line that is straight putrid in any passing situation known to man when the defense is anticipating or the game situation mandates that you're passing the ball. You're expecting him to do that and drive us down the field 80 yards.
Mm.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, people don't want to bring in the totality of the whole situation, man. I mean, look, Teddy stunk. He stunk it up, and on several occasions this year. Nobody is saying that he
Yeah.
has not. But
Yeah.
what you folks seem to fail to realize is Cam got himself out of a lot of situations because of how big he was and how strong he was, and was able to make plays. That's not Teddy. Teddy's
Right.
Teddy's a pocket pass and accuracy machine. His numbers prove that. Even with this shitty ass line, he still has almost a 95 quarterback rating. So you guys got to realize, man, these at the end of the game, number one, these defensive coordinators have caught up to Joe Brady. He's not putting anything out there that these coordinators can't prepare for. Second of all, like JD mentioned, man, 7-step drops. You can't push the ball downfield if you can't step up in the pocket and deliver the football. And that showed its ugly head today too, folks. I mean, you got to be careful about that, man. It's 11 men on the field, and if one piece of that 11-man machine doesn't operate properly, everything else is going to falter.
And if you want to really deep dive into this, let's look at the 8 of those games that y'all talking about, the 0-8. How come 4 of those games he gave us a 4-quarter lead, but the defense that was on pace to be the worst all-time third down defense in the history of the NFL for the first 12 games couldn't stop the other? See, that's the part of the equation that seems to get left out. Yeah, Teddy is constantly forced in game-winning situations because he's got a defense that can't stop nobody on third down.
Right.
It's mind-boggling how we get the ball back 50-some seconds, got to drive 80 yards for the winning score. We don't do it. That's going to count against Teddy Bridgewater because he's the quarterback. Man, well, we had the ball back. We had 2 timeouts in 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's ideal, comeback situations. I mean, it happens all the time, right? I mean, shit, short of Mahomes, I mean, really, who has a fantasy team, in the skill positions,
Right.
if you want to call for it, but I mean, that's the part that's always cut out when they bring up this 0-8 is the fact that, as you was talking about this earlier, what went like near dead last of the league as far as number of possessions per
Yep.
game.
Yep.
Like we was hovering around like maybe 8 possessions a game when the league averages something like 11.
11. Yeah.
So even
11,
when
12.
we do have the ball, we get the ball with less chance because why? The defense ain't stopping nobody. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say Teddy fucked up. Yes. Offensive line fucked up. Yes. Don't get me wrong. DJ Moore had a hell of a year, but come on now. DJ Moore had 8 drops this year.
Yeah.
4 drops in the end zone, folks.
And I swear to God, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
And 3 of those drops in the end zones were game winners.
Uh-oh.
but we're gonna just focus back on that 0-8. You know, like I said, the fans just want to just because of this light for Teddy, or because he wasn't the guy that they wanted, or they feel like he's getting paid too much. Any way to fix the narrative to where the ball's in his hands, we lost, it's on him, without giving the full context. That's fake as hell as a fan, and that's straight up bullshit. And I tell anybody that directly to them that it is. Like, I'm like Usher on Confession. If you're gonna tell a story, tell it all.
Tell it all.
Tell it all. You know, like
you're not gonna look at these passing numbers and say Teddy Bridgewater is the absolute reason why we've lost these games.
Now, did he have some shit to bad moments? Yes,
absolutely,
most definitely.
And a lot of the times he put this team in the position to win, and our defense let the opposing quarterback march down and feel like it ain't shit.
Look, I was just about to say that. Nobody wants to mention the drives before the game winning drives. And if those drives don't happen and Teddy's not lights out on the drives before the end of the game, then you don't have the situation to be in the game at the end.
So I guess when we put up 31 points at Kansas City and Gano missed a field goal, I guess that's part of the 0-8 for Teddy too, right?
Yeah, it's Teddy's fault.
Not to throw it on Slide, because there was 30-mile-per-hour winds on that last kick that just blew that ball because it had plenty of leg. But that's gonna count with the 0-8, right? You know, never mind that we put up 31 points when Brady couldn't put up that many points. Matt Ryan couldn't put up that many points. Breeze didn't put up that many points. Teddy was able to lead the offense, put up that many points, but because of circumstances that happened towards the end, it's going to be a part of the 0-8. That's why I say that's why when we respond on social media, when we see the stuff with laughter, it's not that we're feeling like, being paid for no reason. It's because, select the memory and cherry picking the narrative is what's annoying to us. Because y'all some of you fans have a goal in mind that no matter what, it's got to be a way to be his fault. Oh, he had the ball left with 25 seconds and we lost? Yeah, that's his fault. Yeah. Damn right. 0-8. Okay. Yep. True. But I'm done now.
It is what it is, folks. We're not a good football team. we have pieces here and there and we don't play as a collective as these teams, obviously with a set type of environment in terms of their locker room and their coaching and all the other shit, man. It'll come together, folks. But just you got to be patient, man. You got to be patient.
Listen, I since we stirring the pot, we not a QB away. We are not a QB away from winning or being a contender consistently.
Unless Christian McCaffrey just takes over again.
Right.
I can say we're offensive line away.
Look, facts.
But
We've been an old line away for like a decade.
What? Huh?
Bruh, speak on it.
2008.
Speak on it. We have not addressed our offensive line in over a decade, people. Like, for real though. Let
me tell you about this 2008 offensive line. Jake DeLong was only sacked 20 times. I think that was like 5th fewest in the league that year. Yeah. We was a top 5 rushing team. So hold up. We're protecting the quarterback and we're running the ball.
What's that mean?
No wonder we were 12-4.
Huh.
Amazing.
Ain't that some shit?
Damn. So if you block better than the other team that puts you in position, that's a novel concept. Damn.
So Are you really asking how do we become a contending team? We're contending now. The question is how do we become a winning franchise? Damn contending. We need to be a winning team. We need to be a winning franchise, and you do that by shoring up the weak points in your team, i.e., our offensive line, i.e., our linebacker core, i.e., a little bit more depth at the tight end and a cornerback position. Obviously, but nobody's saying Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the franchise quarterback from years and years and years. But what we do need to do is make sure the quarterback we do bring in can stand upright and deliver the football. So.
Yards and completion percentage have never guaranteed you a win. Scoring the points does. Teddy and Joe Brady have to hold that L. Let me dance on this one real quick. In order to be in position to score points, don't you have to get yards? In order to convert on third down, don't you have to complete enough passes with a percentage that keeps the ball moving? Third down percentage. I mean, you just don't wake up and be in the, you just don't wake up and just be in the red zone, right? I mean, you don't, it ain't like college that, overtime rules, they put the ball at the 20, what I'm saying, and you're sitting right there.
Right.
I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, we're not saying that is the end of all end, but it's a part of the equation or whatever. How are you going to score the points if you don't get yards, if you're not completing the pass? That's what I want to know. So for it to be targeted that the completions and the yards, we never said a guarantee, but it's a key component of what it takes.
Right.
All these players' contracts is set up off of yards. Quarterbacks, yards. Receivings, yards. Running back, yards. Tight ends, yards. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely is a factor. But you just don't magically just score, what I'm saying, without those being a part of the equation. So yes, it does matter and it does count,
As far as the draft is concerned, JD, what I said BPA, right? At this point, after seeing today's bullshit, yeah, I'm gonna say BPA, man. But JD, what do you think about draft? And then we'll address this trade CMC bullshit
for O-line.
Go ahead, JD.
Oh no. Oh Lord, I got to pause for a second.
Pause for cause.
Bless your heart. Bless him.
All right. So we talking draft, right? We talk.
Yeah.
Punch me in the gut on that one. I had to take a second.
Somebody's punch drunk, but go ahead though.
So
hey.
Hey, look, Grey Goose.
Hey, that's the official drink of the 4-man rush. Watch your mouth.
All right.
Come on. But we talking about the draft, right?
Yeah. What would you think? Yeah. Like.
Hold on. Let me change my mic.
Go ahead.
All I need is one mic. Oh, sorry, my bad. Had to, Tim.
But in all seriousness, man, if there's a really good quarterback like Fields, if he's available, pick him. Fuck it. If it's that linebacker from Penn State, snatch him. If it's Sua, was that the kid's name from Oregon?
Penei Sewell.
Sewell, snatch him, get him.
Or Monty's boy, if it's the cornerback from Alabama, Patrick Surtain II.
Snatch him.
Hey, look. If 8 is where we're gonna be, I'm all for that because look, for me, Parsons or Surtain at 8, I feel like is equal value to me because you're going to eliminate half of your defensive problems one way or the other. Either we're finally going to have a very good, I don't want to say he's going to come in and be a shutdown corner, but a very good corner that's going to compete and make plays on the ball on the opponent's number one receiver, which we need in the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're going to get Parsons at linebacker to match him up with Shaq and dare I say, Jermaine Carter. He done earned it.
Yeah, why not?
Come
Yeah, he
on now.
done earned it.
He done earned it.
Yeah.
He done earned it in his third year. He done earned it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking back to getting tackles for losses, eliminating the running game, being able to cover tight ends and running backs again. Come on now. So either way, for me at 8, Surtain at cornerback or Parson linebacker, I'm good either way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we immediately gonna get better on defense with either one of them.
Word.
Instantly. Day one.
But if I had to pick one, give me Surtain because I trust a Surtain at cornerback with a Carter and Shaq again versus a Parsons at linebacker, and we got Troy Pride out at cornerback because we ain't had enough money to sign Rasul Douglas.
Bless his heart.
Right.
Yeah, Rasul Douglas won't be here next year, probably. So
would like to have him, but
we ain't got no McDonald's money.
That sure don't. Oh man, trade the CMC for an O lineman. That's hilarious. Oh.
Man, he messed my mic up.
I mean, a trade of generational talent for a lineman.
When this draft is loaded with offensive linemen that we can keep on a low cost for 4 years while we. Never mind. I thought this.
You're basic, Kevin. You're up here, Kevin. Bring it down.
I don't understand.
C spot run.
I don't understand creating a need to fill a need.
Wind that back now. Rewind that back, brother. Say that again.
I said I don't understand creating a need to fill a need.
Oh my Lord! Somebody write that down.
I don't understand it.
Somebody write that down. Hold on. See no need. Yeah, hey. Whew.
It don't make sense to me.
That's deep shit right there, homie.
Before my mic or so eloquently decided to drop out on me. Look, I was trying to rock with the AirPods because my iPad was dying, but I said, you know what, this ain't gonna work. So we're going back to the OG inline Apple product. But I understand. From my understanding, our fans want a quarterback. With our first pick. Mm-hmm. And now that we're picking at 8 and we're outside the top 5, the odds of one of the top 4 quarterbacks following to you, or more than one of the top 4 quarterbacks following to you, is vastly slimmer now. So at 8, what you need to do instead of focusing on one position is you need to get a starter, an impact starter. Mm-hmm. Whether that be quarterback, lineman, linebacker, or any other player. So with linebackers, you can create. If you can make a strength stronger, you need to do it. So
absolutely.
Even if, say, Devontae Smith ran like a 4.1 or something crazy, something 4.2 or something, 4.3. If we lose Curtis Samuel, if we draft him, that makes the strength stronger. Mm-hmm. Because we have Robbie Anderson for one more year. Then you have to pay DJ. You got to think long term with these first round picks. It can't just be like because we have Robbie Anderson, because we have DJ Moore, because we could re-sign Curtis Samuel. We don't want to draft this guy because that guy will be your room for the next 4 years. At the position he's drafted at, whatever position he plays. So Micah Parsons, I'll even throw a Caleb Farley in there, a little bit of a height, weight, speed kind of guy. I love Patrick Surtain too. Very technically sound. Technique is really lights out. Sometimes his head can get in front of his feet, but
yeah, what's up?
What was Kev saying something?
Huh?
Was Kev saying something?
Oh yeah, I was saying, what about that cornerback out of South Carolina, rising up the
Oh,
board?
J.C. Horn. Yeah, J.C. Horn.
Okay.
All three of those guys are really, really solid corners in my opinion. And
Yeah.
if you can get somebody with some ball skills in there, and I think all three of those guys have ball skills, more so than Troy Pride. If you get some ball skills in that room and some movement skills, somebody that's going to be technically sound and somebody that can be depended upon, then you need to do that as well.
Can you guys? Can you guys see that share screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you guys to look at our rushing total yards. Folks, you don't realize how big of a drop off that is from in our rushing game from last year.
Yep.
You want to talk about quarterback play? You want to talk about red zone? Man, our red zone threat was Christian McCaffrey, and he wasn't even in the game most of the time. Hell, he didn't even have 300 total yards on the season. The only person that averaged over 4 yards a carry was Curtis Samuel, a wide receiver, basically, and our quarterback. And you folks want to blame Teddy Bridgewater. Come on, man. Guys.
Mm-hmm. They seen that 1,000 all-purpose yards from Mike Davis and went crazy.
Yeah, that's all purpose. It's because Mike got good hands.
Right.
It is what it is, folks. We are, again, we're not a good team. We're not. And Teddy is, again, he has his hand in the pot too. But let's not kid ourselves on him being the absolute problem with his team on offense.
He is not the majority.
And now Jared, CMC had issues in the red zone last year, also, absolutely. But
a fair amount of that was play calling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got to know how to put him in space, man. Yeah, we were trying to line him up and run the football. And no. You got to put him in space.
And let me bring up the stat. I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna do the run block win rate last year. We were 28th.
Damn.
So for the 1,000 yards rushing that McCaffrey got, he did a lot of that lead work on his own. Now imagine if we had an offensive line that would give. I'm gonna use the number 3. An offensive line that gave McCaffrey 3 yards before he got touched, and gave Teddy Bridgewater, whoever quarterback, 3 seconds to throw. Think about that.
Speak on it, bro.
With the talent we got,
the rule of 3. If we could get the rule of 3 out of our offensive line, 2 to 3 yards, push, and 3 seconds to throw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like,
man, I'm telling you.
Look,
you look at the teams who are in the playoffs right now. Each one of those teams has a sound running game. The Saints have a sound running game. The Packers have a sound running game. Even Tampa Bay has a sound running game. I mean, obviously you can look at Tennessee. I mean, folks, you got to be able to run the football, and we haven't been able to run the football. And that part of that's because of Joe Brady. He's a passing son of a bitch. It's
facts.
Yeah, man. JD, $2,000 shit. I tell you what, man. If McCaffrey got off like that and he had almost 2,000 yards rushing, we'd be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Deep in the playoffs,
y'all. Because an accurate quarterback with CMC. I mean, if you put Teddy on this team last year, folks, come on, man. Stop playing games. Stop. But anyway, so it is what it is, y'all. Mm-hmm. We'll be better next year. I know that, and I got faith in this coaching staff. How do you guys feel about that?
For sure, Rules already showed me that he's willing to play young guys and let them develop. So, if he gets a actual training camp and preseason to evaluate his guys instead of coming in week 1 through week 4 being our preseason per se, I think this team will look a lot better. It'll look a lot more sound fundamentally than it did at the beginning of the year.
Good talk. Real talk. Well, folks, last game of the season, man. Now we're still going to be recording our podcast Tuesday, and give you guys I guess a little bit of a recap, and I guess maybe even a playoff prediction, a Super Bowl prediction, whatever. All the good stuff. And again, folks, be on the lookout for our pre-draft breakdown and combine scouting breakdown, things of that nature, man. We our guys know what the fuck they're talking about. They're highly skilled at this shit, man, and it's an honor to be part of this crew. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. www.thefourmanrush.com if you haven't heard. Dig it.
And just so I can address this question, here, how bad was the run block win rate this year? I just looked it up on footballoutsiders.com. We were 25th in run block win rate.
We were what?
25th.
Damn. But damn near the same.
Yeah. So, for these, now we had 4 players with at least 1,000 scrimmage yards. They had to do a lot of that on their own. The offensive line did not have but so much consistent success contributing to the development of the plays, the big plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So again, for all this talk about quarterbacks, tight ends, look, you give me an elite offensive line, I would take me whoever we got right now, and we're gonna go to work.
Real talk.
Facts.
And we will draft a quarterback in the next 2 to 3 years. I guarantee you that. It might even be this year, but we're going to draft a quarterback pretty soon. So we need to get that old line together.
Look, I ain't trying to repeat what we did with Cam. Brought in our franchise guy and then stuck Byron Bell in front of him.
Oh, Lord. Preach.
We've been down this road before.
No, I'm going to do one worse. As bad as Byron was, he was still better than the converted defensive lineman, Nate Chandler.
Oh, man.
Oh, ew.
How many? I'm asking our fans, how many of y'all have been around for the Nate Chandler pass blocking episode of 2014? That
oh my god. Oh my god. And how long do we keep Silatolu on this damn team?
They drafted him, cut him, and then brought him back. Put him at left tackle.
Come on, bruh. Anyway.
Rivera said if you fat, then you can play offensive line. That's the only prerequisite.
Nah, Rivera's like, oh, he been in the league over 5 years. That means he's a veteran. Sign him.
Yeah, right? He dodged a bullet for 5 years. Oh, man. Hey, y'all! Hey, we appreciate y'all, man, and it's been a shitty season, but we'll get better. We'll get better, and as always, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man, for the post game. We'll try to come up with something during the off season, doing some type of live, maybe a Q&A, something similar to this format, so you guys can get some real time communication. So on behalf of Kevin and Jadarius and myself, man, I appreciate you guys, man. It's been a hell of a season. The new regime of the Matt Rule era, and we'll keep pounding, damn it. All right, Miss Sandy, y'all be good, man. Make sure you don't punch nobody in the face. Boards don't hit back. Hey, y'all take care of yourselves, man. Happy New Year, and stay clear of that COVID.
Wear your fucking mask.
Wear your fucking mask.
Wash your hands.
Please.
And get back. You don't know me like that.
Peace.